Three, two, one. Three, two, one. Three, two, one. Okie dokie, we are live. What's up, everybody? It's your girl. Welcome to China and welcome to my channel. And y'all, today, we got TGIFT on Ask a Black Girl. For those who do not know, Ask a Black Girl is a stream. It is a stream of consciousness with a Black girl or for Black people where we go ahead and talk about different issues. We talk about different problems and we talk about a lot of pop culture. But today, you all, I have a special guest here on with the stream. And go ahead and introduce your special
Hello.
guest. Say hello, Darius. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Darius. I podcast. You can find me on In the Mind of Me, or you can just type in my name, Darius Campbell. I talk about spiritual topics and life, growth, and healing, and I just give an overall my bigger perspective on things in society.
I absolutely love that. And let me tell you guys, I listened to his stream today, and the topic that you were talking about, Darius, was what was it? Lonely at the top.
Success is a lonely road.
Success is a lonely road. And that was something that really spoke to me after I did my video yesterday. And if you guys didn't watch my video, I kind of did a My Truth type of video. So it was just very meaningful. So you all, I definitely have that stream here. Darius is going to be a guest on my show a couple times, y'all. So this is not the first time you'll be hearing from him. But let's go ahead and get into the topics. You ready, Darius?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we got Miss Candace saying she is ready. We got Livy Rose saying she's ready. We got MGM440. Hello, my friend. Saying greetings, my dear. Hope you're having a great day. I am having a great day. How's your day been going, Darius?
It's been going good. I'm just chilling.
Just chilling. So we're taking it easy today. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the first thing. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and talk about Bobby Brown. So for those who do not know, Bobby Brown has been in the media because he just did a Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith and her mother. Now, Darius, you've watched the Red Table Talk, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings on it?
The Red Table Talk, I didn't watch too much of it. I think I watched a few, and then I kind of, it wasn't something for me. But I think Jada Pinkett is someone that I think is, more aware than others. She has, she's definitely, she's definitely conscious in some aspects, but I think it's just one of those celebrity things. Everybody wants to, come on the YouTube now because that's where YouTube is. That YouTube is a thing now.
Mm-hmm. YouTube is that place. So you feel like she kind of came into it kind of midway when it's kind of popping now.
Yeah. Because if you notice, in the beginning of YouTube, celebrities and A-listers always looked down on YouTubers. It was always like, you're not a real celebrity. Mm-hmm. But now that there are YouTubers who are like legit millionaires, now the money's being made.
Oh, big money.
Yeah, and now we have the pandemic. People are jumping. People are trying to get whatever they can. OnlyFans, YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I feel like a lot of people think that it's like the safe space, kind of to come there and talk because, she's spilled a lot of tea. They spilled the tea about her and August Alsina. She's interviewed. She did the college scandal. Her and Willow and the mama try to, keep it fresh. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for everybody to see. It says Bobby Brown blames Nick Gordon for Whitney Houston and Bobby Christina's death. So Nick Gordon, for those who do not know, is Bobby Christina's longtime, bless her soul, she's not here anymore. For those who do not know, it's the narrative, which is true, that Whitney Houston is obviously no longer here and passed away of an overdose. Bobby Christina as well. And then Bobby Brown's son just passed away. Now, Darius, how do you take all of this death that is happening in Bobby Brown's life? This is just so sad.
I think the best thing you can do is empathize and look and see from his world point of view. Whitney Houston's gone, his daughter's gone, his son's gone. And, when you have stuff like that and you have, I'm sure on top of his own traumas that he has had to deal with, Especially being in the industry as well. I think it's one of those things where you become so stricken with grief you want to lash out, and you want to find someone to blame. Um, but I think ultimately it's just important to just realize that you know worry about what you can control, grieve the way that you want to grieve. But the best thing that you can do for Whitney, for Bobby, Christina, for your son is to get your life together, create a legacy, and I guess just try to pass down some sort of remnants to make some type of impact in the world in history somehow.
So sometimes, somehow, try and put your imprint on the world. And
Yeah, as far as like for the sake of for the people he lost.
exactly. I feel that. That's an interesting way to look at it. And I feel like that's like a very difficult way to look at it for a lot of people, to kind of have that mindset to kind of free yourself in the situation and still
Hmm.
find love and find empathy. So I'm going to go ahead and read the article for you and for everybody else to kind of give us a synopsis. Bobby Brown opened up about the string of tragedies he's experienced, as we talked about. Excuse me, the death of Bobby Brown Jr., daughter Bobby Christina, and ex-wife Whitney. The 52-year-old singer said he definitely believes Nick Gordon was responsible for the passing away of Bobby Christina, who passed away amid her eerily similar circumstances in 2012 to 2015, respectively. He thinks Gordon, who was found liable for Bobby Christina's death, supplied mother, daughter with drugs, noting he was with each woman when they drowned. Gordon died of a heroin overdose in 2020. So he's not even no longer here. And I didn't even know that. So he passed away as well.
Hmm.
Too much. So the New Edition star says there was definitely foul play related to Bobby Christina's passing away. He thinks Gordon definitely drugged her. She has several narcotics, prescription drugs in her body, and went underwater in a bathtub. He was the only one there in both situations, quotation, with my ex-wife and my daughter. Willow said, so you blame him for Houston's death too? And he said, I believe so, of the bathtub drowning. So what do you make about this? I mean, the stories correlate, obviously.
Hmm.
They're very eerily similar. But how do you feel about that?
About like just him like saying that
The
he feels like.
correlation. Yeah. Do you think that this would be, I'm really into like mysteries, detecting things, true crime.
Hmm.
So I feel the correlation between the two. But do you think that this is something that he really pulled off, or do you think this was just really the case of just, you know, the unfortunate drug
Oh,
abuse?
do I think there's like some type of pattern that maybe
Do you think
was
that Bobby
into?
Brown? Do you agree with Bobby Brown? I mean, do you think that this is something?
I think that's hard to say because I like to see things from both perspectives, and I can see where it can be like come on, dude, you kind of just lashing out, but I can also see where
Yeah.
he's being like, hey, something's going on. And I do think it's also from just the state of where he's in right now, where that would even cause him to even start to look at things like that. Well, I've lost all these people around me. Who was the one remaining factor? And that
Mhm.
guy is the one remaining factor. And because there is some type of like, um, similarities with the deaths. I mean,
Yeah.
I can get into like conspiracies like all day, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I think just keeping the tinfoil a little bit minimum here. I think it's I can see where he's coming from. I was just say that I can see where he's coming from and why how he would create that type of story, yeah, and where he would see the connections.
So you can see how he can kind of get the correlation, but would the correlation necessarily be there? It kind of, and I get how it can kind of feel, if someone's looking for someone else to kind of blame, in the situation,
Hmm.
or, it's very tough and very touchy. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit because it was just so sad. And, Jada and the Willow and the mama always get those good interviews. Um,
Hmm.
but it was just interesting that that's the platform that he chose to go on and kind of the narrative. Okay, so let us know in the comments what y'all think about that. What do you think about Bobby, Christina, Whitney, the correlation between those two, and how you feel. Definitely put yourself in Bobby Brown's shoes. Is kind of an unfathomable feeling to experience all that loss. So let's go ahead and get into the G Herbo and Ari. drama. So for those who do not know, G Herbo is a Chicago rapper, and we already know Darius and I, we went to school together in Illinois, and you're from Illinois originally, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
from Chicago.
Okay, so we already know the Chicago rappers, trappers, the women, the Instagram girls. How do you feel about IG girls? How do you feel about the whole IG persona?
It's it's funny. I was gonna do a podcast about Instagram actually.
I would love
Just
that.
talk, yeah, but I think what do I think about IG girls and Instagram? I think Instagram sells you a fantasy.
Instagram baddies?
Yeah. And I think there is, I won't say all because I don't want to put everybody in that box, but I can say that some Instagram models, some Instagram girls are putting on a persona for a certain type of lifestyle when they're getting flown out to have sex. They're getting flown out to, for their bodies, and it's a lot of, connections with human trafficking as well. So but like I said, I don't want to put that on everyone because obviously that's not everyone on
Yeah,
Instagram.
people
But
people are definitely willing. It was interesting. I was listening to this podcast on YouTube called The Roommates, and they were talking about the fantasy, the Instagram models and Instagram baddies, or OnlyFans women and things of that nature kind of sell. And basically, long
mhm.
story short, he was saying like he always like fantasized about dating these women, and he got one, and he felt like it was just nothing else that he lusted for than just physically her body. And,
Yeah, because that's all they sell you. That's all that's being sold is the physical body.
mhm,
Dude, I was trying to go on this. I'm doing a couple of spiritual things right now, and I'm working on a few things.
mhm.
And um, going on Instagram, if you are someone who is a sex addict, I would say is very triggering because there's nothing but bodies on there.
Wow,
And
that's a lot, and a lot of people suffer from that undiagnosed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it's like I like right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to do semen retention.
I've
And
heard all about that. I've heard all about that.
yeah, I'm working on that. It's a hard push, but I'm definitely doing it. I'm going through, but Instagram is not a place I can go on. It's just not a place I can go on if I want to try doing Semen retention.
Hmm.
So and just realizing that alone, kind of caused this chain reaction of realizing like, wow, all they really do sell on Instagram is sex. It's like, is that's all it is? And it's like, what was Instagram before it was Instagram right now? I can't
Yeah,
even remember.
it was
And
really.
now it's,
I
yeah.
remember slightly. It was like really like just to kind of post like family pictures and like a little photo album here and there, but it definitely became a whole business. It's a whole lifestyle. You can live your whole life and create off of Instagram, which is cool. We all do some type of social. We do commentary and things of that nature, so it kind of falls in that social realm. But it's interesting to kind of see how Ari in particular. She was dating a rapper at first.
Mhm.
I believe she went to the same college as her. As us. And on top of that, she was pretty low key until she kind of started dating G Herbo. So the big thing with
Mhm.
this situation in particular, where they got into an altercation, they have a baby together. Everybody know that for the most part. They're no longer together. She's dating Moneybag Yo, and he's dating Taina, who is Emily B and Fabulous the rapper's daughter. Um,
Mhm.
so they keeping the rappers in the family. But basically, for real. So basically, long story short, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. It was an altercation that they had. It's probably going on 2 years ago. This is still when they were together and finally before they broke up. And the video just came out, posted by On Site, which is like a gossip site on Instagram. So let me go ahead and pull this. So the report says G Herbo was arrested and charged with battery. This was 2 years ago. So this was a while ago when this first came out. The 23-year-old Chicago rapper was reportedly involved in a verbal dispute with the mother of his son, Ariana Fletcher, before assaulting her. So again, as I said, Darius, this video came out circulating. They had the police body cam come out of actually them standing outside of the crib in Chicago after this happened. So I'm going to
Mhm.
pull that and show everybody in a second. So it says, according to TMG, Atlanta Police Department said the incident took place Wednesday morning. Herbo and Fletcher were reporting yelling at each other before the rapper left the location with their son. And then she has a new partner at that time. So let me go ahead and go into my email and pull this. So anyway, how are you feeling about this anyway? The rappers, he being a public figure, another person trying to put their hands on a woman. So how you feel about
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know, and it's kind of sad to say, but I think at this point it's just like I'm not surprised,
You're not
because
doing.
it's just so much at this point that's just coming out about things that's happening behind closed doors, and it's like the internet life is not real life. It is it is a portrayal of the good moments of life, but it is not life. And so many people get like broken and crushed when they see these people that they can kind of fantasize their own relationship through, and they break up, and it's like, oh, my relationship's goals is gone. I won't ever find life. I'm sorry, I won't ever find love. And you got to be able to separate and unplug every so often, and just realize that not everything that you see that's like portrayed as good is not always is not always that. There's things all
Mm,
the time that happens behind the scenes. It's never just what's portrayed out in front of
not everything that gold glitter is gold, or isn't it something like that?
you.
Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very true. So let's go ahead and watch this, and I want to get your opinion on this. So this just came out a couple days ago, okay? So people were saying on site this website was being messy. They shouldn't have shown this because now they just him and his baby mother, his now he had his so G Herbo his baby mama now is pregnant, okay? And
Hmm.
they just came out and had a birthday party for his son with Ari. And they all came together and it was a happy go lucky time. So they felt like they were being messy now by releasing this. But let's watch.
For the child. He beat the out of me clear as day. My ass hurting and black. I'm beat the up. Ain't no decided to win. Going to jail. It's over with. You done. Go inside. I'll be in a minute, okay? Stupid. Hey, you a dumb. Go inside. Stupid. Stupid. I'm slapping your ass. Took a driving out in the car with my son. Go inside. Y'all know not to play with me. I see y'all drop off. I'll put y'all little gun to her. Go inside. You black. Coming in from Marta, smack me all of my face. He spit on me. Anything you could think of, he did. What's the phone number for you? Yeah, I'll be at Ralph Regardless. Do you have your ID on you? No, that's your. I don't know what is that. What's your name? Ariana Fletcher. Ariana? Yeah. Date of birth. And this is your address. Okay. I don't want him to see him. I'm gonna walk over there real quick, okay? No, he just got me in front of my phone with my back. I'm not gonna touch you. Give me the child. He beat the out of me clear as day. My ass hurting and black. I'm beat the up. Ain't no decided to win. Going to jail. Okay. It's over with. You done. Go inside.
Right. She said you are done. It is over with. You're done. How we feel about this?
The video. I think it's triggering. I can definitely say that. That's the initial reaction. It's triggering, definitely. And I think when you have something like that with this triggering element, I can see why he would say that maybe they were trying to put this out to defame him in some way. But whether that is the case or not, it's still an action that he did regardless.
Yeah, and they've had a tumultuous relationship. People they have had videos of her putting on him all types of stuff. The typical girl, what you doing, nigga? That type of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So they've definitely been selling that narrative and was selling that narrative for a long time. But I thought it was just interesting that after, which is very true, after him and his new girl came out with the baby and they had a nice birthday party together. People wanted to go ahead and say, that this video came out and have their comments. So that was something I wanted to talk about. Let's go ahead and talk about right now Miss Hazel E. So Hazel E. So we talked about this a little bit briefly before we came on here. Where do we start? So for those who do not know, Hazel E is a rapper, I guess, right? Kind of. I've never seen her.
I never heard any of her music.
I've never heard her rap before, but basically, long story short, she went to go get a mommy makeover. For those who do not know, they get you from the room to the tutum. They get you from head to toe. They get your boobs, reductions, booty lifts, BBLs, all types of surgery after you have a baby. So she just had a baby. Not too long ago. So she goes and gets surgery in Turkey. So already, I just feel like it's other countries you go to than getting your surgery in Turkey. But why do you think she went to go get plastic surgery in Turkey? I didn't even know they did that in Turkey. You know, I thought they did it in the islands. Turkey? You heard about plastic surgery in Turkey?
No, I think that I thought that was a weird thing. Usually, when I hear about plastic surgery, people going to different countries. I think maybe like India, but like not that. But
Brazil, like other places like
mhm.
Dominican Republic. But I'm like, girl, you already going over here and getting your
Did she go over there because maybe it was cheaper? Because a lot of celebrities like to flex like they have it, but they don't really.
in Turkey? I feel like Drake. I feel like Soldier Boy Drake. I'm about to pull this up while we watch this. So basically, y'all, she gonna give us an explanation of what's happening because she had a bunch of complications. She's not feeling good. What Candace say? Someone just went to the DR and got botched, all messed up. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's sometimes better just to go to Dr. Miami and keep it in America. At least you can sue. At least you can probably get the job done. But let's go ahead and see. She explained it, okay? So we're going to watch this, and I'm going to see about what's going on in Turkey. All right, Darius? Let's see.
All right.
This is from her IG Live. Explain it.
Yeah, I'm going live to my friends in America.
So this is the first video after she got her complications.
Alright, so I'm saying this once and for all today.
Ooh.
I had some complications with the mommy makeover. Can I have some more apples? Okay, I had some complications.
She gonna make me cry. This shit's sad as hell. Not a surgery you got for yourself and it's fucked you up. Oh, Hazel.
So, yeah, I'm just talking to my friend. I know. Is it working? Yes. Okay. So they had to take my boobs today. I was supposed to go home to America today. But my boobs were leaking. And it was a lot of fluid leaking the last couple of days. And it was making me really sick. And I came in for dehydration, and I came in for this. And
Darius.
So I have a good doctor here.
Right.
So I've heard multiple times about people having horrible complications from getting boob jobs.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that they make you very sick. A lot of women have getting them taken out. Mm-hmm. So this is only one of her complications. I'm letting you know now. This is only one.
There's only one of them.
One of them of her boobs are leaking and her being sick. Her having to stay in Turkey. Keep in mind, she's still in Turkey. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Not even in the DR. She's still in Turkey. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you guys are showing us love. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys go find Darius. Well, his phone.
Yeah, on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, where you can find most podcasts. It'll be In the Mind of Me.
In the Mind of Me, and I have his @ already in our description, y'all. Let's keep getting into it. Oh, Hazel.
Dr. Kedem at Comfort Zone Surgery Official. They took care of me, and today they decided life or death. And they decided to They decided to remove my boobs. I had such big boobs, though, that he made boobs out of my real boobs because I had huge boobs. So he took the implants out. My body was allergic or rejecting them, and he said I have to be here for my daughter, my husband, and my family. And so he took the boobs, And he just reconstructed my real boobs. And now look at B cup. I haven't really been a B cup since I was in
Thank you.
grade or whatever.
Now the angelic feathers.
I'm about to head to get a blood transfusion because I lost a lot of blood.
Darius.
I missed that.
You have a good team.
She just said she had to get a blood transfusion.
Wow. So it poisoned her. It literally poisoned her then.
Blood transfusion. Keep in mind, when you get a mommy makeover, let me go ahead and Google what a mommy makeover is. But first and foremost, I'm gonna tell you, I pulled up what is Turkey. It says the medical tourism boom in Turkey that can save you thousands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you have considered plastic surgery in the past and been put off by health risk or price of procedures can cost, then a trip to Turkey can be a perfect solution. In 2018, medical tourism went up 1.8 billion euros. And the reason for this growing demand in procedures attributed to the number of factors, and ones being that the country has a wealth of well-educated, talented, experienced surgeons, as well as that these procedures are performed at a much lower cost compared to UK and the rest of Europe. So they're saying that in Europe even, keep in mind, it's other places than just America, right? You know,
yeah.
other places. If we were over there in the UK, then we would go to Turkey, right? We would go to Turkey. It says British patrons growing interest in Turkey. There's no question that Turkey is growing in popularity, and patients in the United Kingdom with lipo, breast implants, tummy tuck, rhinoplasty, breast lift, facial surgery, among other treatments. Many patients have their plastic surgery treatments lower in cost.
Mm-hmm.
A doctor said it is worrying because it spreads misinformation and misleads patients in the UK. Generalization is dangerous, and there may be good and bad surgeons anywhere. So they're going to say plastic surgery is not like makeup, this, that, and the third. Horrible, Hazel E. Horrible. So let's keep watching.
Comfort zone. He never great to you. Because I communicated with my family and my mom, husband. I agreed that had the boobs, and it wasn't worth me having an infection and dying when I got to America. So I'm gonna have 2 bee stings, and at least Ava gave me some booty and hips. So probably my tummy tuck will probably still look really great, and I'll show you the results soon as I get better. We're going to hospital now for blood transfusion. How do I leave?
All right.
How do I
So we're going to cut that.
Mm-hmm.
How you feel about that? Because then I got more about the daughter getting sick, eating the hospital food.
Eating the hospital food. You know, I said in the beginning about this, like you know, a lot of celebrities like to act like they have it when they really don't. So come to find out, she's going to Turkey to go get work done because it's cheaper. Why else would you do it? If you have the money for it, you're not gonna go get no cheap work done on your body. I feel like at what point are we gonna love ourselves enough to not continue to put ourselves through this type of stuff? At one point are we gonna love ourselves enough to put down the phone? She's literally crying. You're on the hospital bed. People on the internet can fucking wait.
But she was on there flexing like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go get this surgery today.
Mm-hmm.
Follow them. Look at where I'm healing at.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and pull this. Candace said that she's suing. So we'll go and get back to the timeline. So this, you guys, was March 30th. Now let's go 2 weeks later, right? Let's go ahead and pounce down to 2 weeks later. So this is the boyfriend, okay? The husband, whoever his name is. Surgery exclaimed. Talking to Instagram story, Hazel opened up about her experience and claimed, my family is literally traumatized from Turkey. We are canceling all travel plans until further notice. I have been around the world and never had this experience. I've got to get my daughter and I back on track. We're both sick as dogs. Give Devon a mental break. Devon is her husband. This is our 2nd year in a row. We won't be celebrating birthdays, whatever it turned into 30. Meanwhile, Devon chimed in. This is her man. Mm-hmm. And his wife claims in an alleged social media post, the doctors effed up my wife so bad, they gave her fat necrosis.
Necrosis? Wow.
You only get that from a bad boob job? She can't really walk. Send her back in a wheelchair and service without paying her. We had to pay for. This is what he says. Comfort zone surgery gave my daughter stomach infection. She's sick AF, nasty ass food. She's never been sick before. Keep in mind, her daughter is still a baby. She's under 2. And I have receipts on that too. He says, comfort zone, doctor, however, you guys better get my wife accommodations right before we leave this country or you will get something else coming for you. Warning shot. He said, just don't know that on the no DNA contract. I know it's real games, keep playing. So he's upset. He's hood mad, okay?
Yeah, and I mean, I think I think he definitely has a right to be.
Ooh.
You went to, but and that's the thing for me. And I mean, I don't want to sound insensitive because I mean, I do feel bad. She has to. You have to wake up and look at your body every morning, and you got a botched surgery, so that's hard to look at. But it's like but at like the same time, you literally went to another country to get a cheaper surgery on your body. It's like, so it's hard to feel bad completely because it's like, I feel bad, but you put yourself in this type of thing.
So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and say why she went to go get the surgery because they got that on here, okay? So let's go ahead and pull the tweets about why the heck she wanted to go all the way here and go get her surgery. Hazel says why she went abroad for surgery after getting many messages from her followers. She opened up why in a new Instagram story on April 15th. So what is today? This just came out yesterday. I wanted to get my old body back, to embrace motherhood, to have every new flaw comes with it. Girl, she must not have no cheese then, Darius. I mean, I'm not trying to be judgmental. But you couldn't get this done in America? And if it's that bad, this is not worth it. Just working out just for now until you get your money back up, just a little bit.
Yeah, but we live in a microwave society, so a lot of people want things done like now and right now and fast. Yeah. So and when a lot of people like to live a lifestyle they can't afford. They like to present a lifestyle they can't afford, which is why she went to Turkey to get a cheap body surgery.
Exactly. So let's read this. She said she wanted her whole body back, to embrace motherhood and every new flaw that comes with it. Gut, nipples pointing to the ground, fatigue, back aches. But all mothers go through this, right? This was the first thing I had tried to do for me since I was pregnant. I have some mom guilt. I was ripping my heart apart. I was just trying to have my baby be unintentionally known. Wanted to give her to be well-traveled before me by taking her to Turkey and a pandemic still, right?
Yeah, right.
Just kind of. So this is her, and then she took a picture of herself. She posted that there, and then that's all she wrote. But now, all of a sudden, they said Hazel E is on her way home from the hospital.
Is she doing better? Like, they just send her along her way?
They say that she's back home from the hospital. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and pull this from on site. But so while I go ahead and pull this, final thoughts. You feel bad? You empathize?
I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, of course, I feel bad. I can't look at somebody crying, and not, and not feel not feel something, But again, it's just real hard to look past the fact that, like, I mean, you still consciously made the decision, it's not like, a lot of people think of it this way, where it's like, they look down on you getting a surgery from from the alleyway in like a van somewhere, but that's just the same way as going to another country to get it done on cheap, because it's still done cheaply. It's just somewhere else.
Exactly. Either way, you're gonna still get the surgery done. But
yeah, you get what you pay for. One of those things.
But that's crazy. I bet this will scare mother suckers from coming out there from there. I heard that once you leave the country, it's difficult.
Yeah, I do feel she needs to be. I do feel she does need to be accommodated, because that's still, crazy. It's something she should get something.
Exactly. Yeah, Candace said, I heard once you leave the country, it's difficult to sue. That's what I'm saying. It's probably harder. What we were talking about a little bit before, it's much harder to handle it there. If you're on American soil, you post that shit, motherfucker, you better give them their money back. You just wanted her goddamn mommy surgery. Motherfuckers will be here like tripping out. So let's go ahead and now, So if you didn't know, she wanted to go ahead and bring Donda West into this. Now, do you know who Donda West is?
No.
This is Kanye West's mother who passed away from medical
Why?
surgery, cosmetic medical surgery. So I'm gonna put it for you because this is very insensitive. She posted this shit today. I wonder, did Kanye West's mother, keep in mind, y'all, Kanye West's mama passed away. And everybody know, conspiracy theory or not, that this is why Kanye lost his mind after he lost his mother. She wanted to go ahead because his mom died from getting a medical plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery. I wondered, did Kanye West's mom have anyone with her when she went out the country for her surgery? Rest her soul. Please never go alone. Have someone to advocate for you and always have someone by your side during your recovery. It ain't easy. Now, if I was Kanye West, being a multi-million-dollar rapper at this point, trying to make a name for myself, and I seen this D-list celebrity say some shit about me not being by my mama's side.
That's
who the like what do you make of this?
I think it's stupid. I think it's very foolish.
It's attention,
I don't understand. Right? I'm trying to understand the purpose
for attention. Don't get me.
I feel like Cardi B when she was yelling, "What was the reason? What was the reason?" Like I'm like, what's the purpose?
What was the reason? What are you getting out of this? Like, why exactly, Candace Child? Why? Last thing I'm gonna share on this.
Well, she's getting attention.
Oh my god, it's all for attention. I can't believe she had a filter sitting in the bed. Like, I'm like, girl, bye. So this is what I was saying. She's out. So you guys, she's out. Official statement from Hazel E. This is 2 hours ago. Hazel E has safely returned to the U.S. after having complications of getting her mommy makeover surgery in Turkey. Okay. Official statement from Hazel E. To my loving fans, family, and friends. This is the most anyone's ever given a damn about Hazel E, I think. Anyway, thank you. I'm just saying. Thank you all for your thoughts and prayers and messages during this difficult and enlightening time. I have made it safely back to the United States where I will take time to recover for the strength. My loving husband, Devon, and daughter, Ava Dior. First and foremost, Darius, now I'm just going to have a hypothesis here. I think she's going to have an American doctor fix this, right?
And it's going to be on a reality TV show?
Yeah, I would assume so. She's going to document this for us, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a storyline.
Okay, exactly. LMFAO, Candace, period. That's what I'm saying. We know. So anyway, let me finish and give her shine because we're going to finish her off strong. Please, during this time, I will speak my truth, okay? In due time, she'll speak her truth because we waiting on this. Keep in mind, now to rap her nothing, just getting a messed up surgery and not being able to afford it. Keep in mind, this probably wasn't even for this. She probably went there and was hyping them up to probably try and get a sponsorship. I'm sure she still had to pay for it. I don't think Turkey was like, Hazel E, can we get you? Please, in due time, I will speak my truth and fans continue in prayer as I begin my journey of recovery. Love, Hazel E. So then that's when she was talking about wanting to get her new body back, this, that, and the third. So she's back home, and I'm pretty sure she's going to get it fixed by an American doctor, right?
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna. No, I don't think she's gonna sit there and look at herself like that.
Yeah.
She'll get something things.
Yeah, it's a no for me, ma'am. So that's Hazel E. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about Miss Saweetie. Okay, now how do you feel about Saweetie?
I've listened to a couple of songs. It's just not my type of music, so I don't really pay attention.
So now. Do you like female rap?
Yeah.
Now, do you think Saweetie's a good rapper?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't because I really don't listen to them that much. My sound and music is like a wide range, but it's definitely like I have to be in like a specific mood to listen to that type of music. And usually I'm not in that mood. You're
gonna be feeling pretty bitch music. You're gonna be feeling it.
Yeah.
It was Saweetie's rapping. Exactly. Because Saweetie is a beautiful girl, but Saweetie is not a rapper. Rapper is a hard no for me. We know Saweetie can't rap. So anyway, y'all, because everybody's been asking, Saweetie went ahead and she dropped her new EP. Candace said, I love her. I like her brand. No feeling her song with Gwen and working with Paris Hilton too much other. She can be a vibe. So she came out with this song with Gwen Stefani. So we all know Gwen Stefani from back in the day. You know, she kind of has that like popish song, kind of popish feel. And the song was kind of trash. Didn't really care for the song either. But she came out with her Pretty Bitch Music Volume 1. And she basically dissed Quavo. So for those who do not know, everyone pretty much knows her and Quavo broke up. Wrap up. Saweetie calls out Quavo for cheating with thoughts and new songs. Now, Darius, I want to know, how do you feel about rappers and their girlfriends? Obviously, Saweetie's probably one of the most beautiful women in rap in you know, trending right now. Obviously. Still gets cheated on, things of that nature. Is it the man? Is it the woman?
I think it's the culture.
Expand a little bit.
It's the culture. It's a lot of people, there's no secret, a lot of people deal with, you know, trauma in the industry. And, you know, people will oftentimes go through life or through certain things, you know, just not healing themselves and not bringing attention to the, you know, certain things that they do. So, you know, I mean, you know, why is it? Let me ask a question. Why is it? Do you think a cheater maybe ever asks at any point, you know, why do I cheat so much? You know, why do I treat the good women that come in my life this way? Why do I dog them out? There's always a reason, you know, it's not just, you know, people being shitty just because, you know, no one is just any type of way just because.
You know, a lot of people say though, from a man's perspective, or from what I've, you know, the Kevin Samuels, all of that, the men, the dating, all that scene that's kind of going on now. You know, people like to say that it's no emotion involved in it. So just let it happen, or, you know, this kind of comes with it, or certain types of men, you know, that it's expected and people will still stay. And to expect someone not to cheat on you, people feel like that's kind of like a farce almost. It's not real.
Yeah, for that. And especially with rap, because just the simple fact of, you know, what is the culture about? You know, what's constantly being rapped about? You know, it's never about, you know, a monogamous relationship. It's always about, you know, what bitches am I fucking? You know, what money am I getting? It's always about the hustle and about the grind. Whether the grind be physical or whether the grind be money wise.
Exactly. And also what I was thinking is like, so Quavo is not ugly, okay? I think Quavo is a handsome young man. I'm gonna say that. I like the little teeth. I wouldn't date a rapper for real. Been a part of that scene, ran that scene slightly. You know, he's icy. But with that being said, they gonna want to get with you because you Quavo, and they gonna want to get with you because you Saweetie's man. Because Saweetie is fine, but you know, it's nothing like a high five from the girls. I got with Quavo, I got her man. You know, I got Saweetie's man. She's saying she got him on lock when I'm over here sucking him down. Anyway.
And the other thing to go off of that is, you know, there's the opportunity there. You know, if you're not a strong-willed man, or you're not someone that is, you know, if you're not someone that's like not like controlled by your sex drive, because a lot of men, to be 100% honest, I was one of them. That's why I'm doing senior retention. But if you're someone that's controlled by your sex drive and you're constantly having ass thrown at you from Instagram models, of course it would be hard to be faithful, for one, because you're not keeping yourself in check. So, and then on top of it, you have this complex, well, you know, I'm really that dude. You know, I'm that guy. You know,
let me stop you there. You saying it's a way to keep yourself in check. In what way? So, okay. So many people would say what you're doing would be, you know, you strong. That's a choice. But you're saying in general sense, you think that all men cheat? Or do you think it's a orientation that straight men cheat, gay men cheat, you know, pansexual men cheat? Do you think that it has to do with your sexual orientation as well?
The sexual orientation? No.
So just me.
I'm sorry?
Do you feel like it's just the man problem?
No, I don't think that. Not at all. No, okay. I think it's just a societal thing. I think it's just, you know, because a lot of people do things just because that's just how it is. That's just the way it goes. You know, I have a lot of female friends. I know a lot of female friends. They got 3 boyfriends: one for money, one for sex, and one for food. So you know, that's very
true. Women definitely know how to pull. You can pull all the strings. I've done it before. It's easy. Especially if you can get the sauce going, like you said, a man for who, a man for what, and a man for where, okay? Exactly. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Let me go ahead and share my screen one more time. Because she basically called out Quavo for, messing with some thoughts. And it's just kind of interesting to me that she wanted to call him out for like messing with some thoughts when like we kind of like know about this. I'm like, did she just really create this album just for Quavo? It says here, the Icy Girl released her EP Pretty Summer playlist season 1. One of her 7 tracks, Seesaw, with Kendra Dre, newly rapper, opens up about her split. Now, obviously, I can't play the song because it's going to get demonetized. So she says, feeling dangerous. Thought you was my anchor, but you ain't shit and on some real shit. Tell me what the problem is. So that's Saweetie. She say he gonna do better, but it's always just the opposite. How you gonna fumble the baddest bitch? Are you a dumb nigga? You got nerve sending me all these threats
that's
when
Saweetie's
you roll.
rapping?
That's a big trigger, huh?
I said that's Saweetie's rapping?
Yep.
Oh, then no, I don't think she can rap then.
That's how she raps. I tried to give it the kind of the best rendition. So Saweetie was basically saying that he was messing with the thoughts in the new song. Do you think this was like appropriate? You think that she should have like touched on this, or you think she could have just left it?
You talking about what? You talking about the music?
Yeah. I'm like, did you not have anything else to rap about? Like, it's just only about Quavo or what?
I think it was very smart on her end because I mean she has the publicity part of it now, so. You already got this video going viral about, this altercation that you had. So what better opportunity for your music and to put this in there than at this moment right now?
You know what? You want to know something that was interesting? So Saweetie has this new deal with this thing by the name of Quay, which is like which is like a glasses kind of company, basically. People were saying that in her promo, she was throwing shade at Quavo because it was called Quay, but they were saying that it was called Quee. But I'm going to go ahead and pull this for you because people are like, this is a commercial for a big brand, multi-million subscriber brand, whatever, follower brand. But people thought she was being messy, or they were being messy by saying she was saying it's Quay, not Quee. It's the brand is called Quee, but people would call it Quay. They'll mispronounce it, basically. People were saying that she was trying to throw shade at Quavo, but I want to know if you think this is being messy or not. Because you see here it says, hello, it's Quay, not Quay.
Glasses on you, sweetie. Quay. Girl, that's the key.
Key.
Hello. I love those Quay glasses on you, sweetie. Quay. Girl, that's the key.
All right. So she said, Quay, this is key. I don't know. It's a no for me, man. If you're going to do a diss track, you should come crush your lesson. That's what I'm saying. Because Quavo had a song said, I took the Bentley scoop, 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 mama. You know how the Migos be rapping. He was already dissing her up and down. So what you think? Saweetie rapping or just being a cutie pie?
What do you mean? You mean like
just being cute? Like, Saweetie's known for being a cute girl. That's what she's known for. Everybody be like, Saweetie can't rap. She's beautiful though. They always give her the little caveat. So what you think? You think she was being messy about this? You think she handling the breakup the right way? How you feel?
I think she's using it as publicity like celebrities do. I think she's using it as fuel to get attention because there's already that emotional response from seeing the video. So I think that's what she's doing because that's just how the industry is. When you gotta hustle to get these to get these sales, you kind of ride the mainstream. Yeah, to get to try to push whatever you got. So yeah, I definitely do think she was, she knew. I feel like she knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. I mean, ain't no way that you could say that like that and Ain't no way. I feel like she knew what she was doing, and she was doing it on purpose.
Candace says she just having fun. That's all I see from her. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think the commercial was just being messy. I think that Saweetie knows she can get her another man with more money,
Mm-hmm.
even better. And
Yeah.
this probably helped her career. As women and lovers, like we just want to like stay with one person. We'll give up our careers and last for a man. So this is probably better for her career. For her to let it go and be a cute bachelor. Excuse me, a cute bachelor. She will make hella money from the breakup, astrologically speaking. Of course she will. So, Sweetie, she's gonna be good. I agree, Candace. She's gonna be all right. So last but not least, speaking of queens, Jeffree Star. Now,
Lord Voldemort himself.
All right, Miss Jefree got into a car accident. She said, "Bitch, Corvette, jet like that." Okay, live so we can make a little bit of fun. Before we get into this, how do you feel about Jeffree Freak Star?
Jeff, how do I feel about Jeffree Star? I don't care about him.
How you feel about Jeff Star?
I don't care about him. I don't have. I back then I really just didn't like him, but I've gotten to a better place in my life, and I'm kind of just like, I don't feel any type of ways. He's not someone that I really care for. I think that a lot of people in the industry are snakes, and they do things for for attention and money, because it's like that way because it's made that way. You have to because it's a competition, so it's made that way. So I think that's just the nature of it. But Jeffree Star, I mean, I think I gave him like a few tries where I was like, okay, well, he apologized for whatever thing that he did and said, and now as more stuff just popped out and more stuff kept coming out, I was like, all right, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. So it's
and we know about him saying the N-word, all that stuff, the usual, him being a troll, that, being messy. So for those who do not know, he was in a car accident. And Miss Jefree got a little bumped up. And she says she's in excruciating pain and she got part of her back broken, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull this article because this is like, okay, Jeffree, you being dramatic? Or it says, Jeffree Star says he's in excruciating pain. After car accident, part of my back is broken. My doctor said it will be a few months, but I should make a full recovery, said and shared this afternoon. Jeffree Star speaking following a severe car crash in Wyoming on Friday that landed him in the hospital. Now, first and foremost, Jeffree was being messy saying, that he had to address the rumors about him being in Wyoming with Kanye West. You recall that?
Yeah.
Bitch, what are you doing in Wyoming hitting that shit that hard?
Speeding.
What are you? What?
On his feet or something, I guess. I don't know.
I got the horses in the bag. Like, what are you doing there, Jeff? So anyway, let me continue. This morning was one of the scariest moments of our entire lives. YouTube star 35. Jeffree's 35. We getting old, okay? Wrote it.
Yeah, right.
Shared on his Twitter and Instagram later that afternoon. I'm so grateful to still be here. I'm in excruciating pain. Part of my back is broken, and I have a vertebrae fractures on my spine. So he got into a bad accident. Is this an uncommon injury? No. He has a sprained vertebrae. My best friend Daniel has internal injuries because he has survived colon cancer 3 times. He's having constant complications with his organs. And I feel for his friend. They're monitoring him 24/7. His friend had colon cancer at one point. We'll know more soon. Everybody, thank you for checking in. So he put this on his story. So how do you feel about social media stars and people like this putting these things on his story? Because maybe we would not have known per se. But how do you feel about that?
I think it's just automatic. I know when I was like, because I kind of taken a backseat to social media a little bit, so I'm not as attached to it as I was before. But some habits that I would notice, like as soon as I get in the morning, I'm on my phone. I'm scrolling through Facebook mindlessly. I'm telling I'm telling people what breakfast I'm eating and shit. I'm like documenting my whole life because it's just now your life is on social media. So I think that's just all it is.
Interesting. I think about certain things and I'm like, certain things I wait. I think eventually I say it. I think, maybe not right then and there. I'm sure Jeffree was stable enough to, write this. But it's interesting that like that's what we go to, but that's true. But a lot of the times, like it's hard for me because my therapist told me like stop trying to check my phone like in the morning. You know, that's what everybody says because of the idea of like looking and posting and things like that. But it's kind of like nearly impossible like not to do that shit. But still, so
yeah.
Star first shared the news of his accident earlier on Friday when a post on his social media account said that he and Lucas were in a severe car accident that flipped 3 times, hitting black ice that day. So it was snowing
black ice?
It was snowing in Wyoming. So, you know, Jeffree smokes a lot.
Ain't it like
Jeffree smokes a lot of tree. They're probably having a little fun. They're probably listening to some Gaga and just, went off the cliff. Let me stop. Update also included the Star lying in the hospital bed while wearing a neck brace, and Lucas sits by his side. We will update you when the doctors give us more info. So that's Miss Mama's right there. Mother, ma'am, and her friend sitting there. No man, no nothing. No black man to hold him and sleep on. You know, none of his little black boyfriends there with him. You know, Jeffree loves the black men. None of them there. At the time of the accident, Star said another person were driving at 6 Hat Road, ended in losing control and rolled. So I said, okay, then. There was slush on the roadway in the area, so it was snowing. I mean, it snowed here today. I live in New Hampshire, so I live in the New England area. It snowed here today. Weird enough. There was slush on the road, says Beck, adding the Star was transported to a hospital there in Casper. Beck confirmed Star was driving the vehicle when both crashed and Danny were wearing seatbelts. According to Dirt, Star has been spending more time in Wyoming after purchasing a home. I love my privacy, he wrote in a week. And where he asked the land he owns in state, I'm doing nothing with it besides starting in nature and this, that, and the third. So we know Miss Jeff is okay. She's going to survive. But I want to know what y'all think about that in the comments because this is messy. Another accident. You know, Tiger Woods has got an accident. Everybody just need to chill out. Like, it's just a lot of accidents going on as of right now. There's a lot of shit going on anyway.
Yeah. But as long, I guess, at least he's okay. I guess I can say that. Because I think I was in a car accident when I was a kid. So I know it is very traumatizing being something like that. He said his car flipped like 3 times, right?
Yeah, 3 times. And, you know, slipping on ice, like all of that. Like, that's like very, very, like, sad.
Yeah. But, I mean, he's cool. You know, the evil don't die so easily.
Yeah, so he'll be okay. He'll survive. He'll survive. So, cool. Cool. So, y'all, we went through a lot of topics. And, Darius, I appreciate you so much for being here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we're getting on a little bit. We're nearing into an hour on our stream. Everybody, Darius, tell us one more time where the people can find you. I'm going to go ahead and put that down in my banner at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and post that. Your IG is Into the Mind of, and then underscore me is my Instagram. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put that at the bottom. You guys, make sure you check out Darius Into the Mind of Me as well as his podcast. And tell us where we can find your podcast. And y'all, that's going to be posted in the description as well. Tell us where we can find your podcast. Yeah, so you can find my podcast on Spotify, the Anchor app. You can find it on Google Podcasts. Where you can find most podcasts, but I can tell you reliably, you can definitely find it on Spotify. I think that's the popular place. Spotify is the very popular place. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all where you can see, because I was literally just listening to his pod today. It is super amazing. I really enjoyed it. And I was looking at right here, Success is a Lonely Road. If you see him here with the cool colors, glass art, love this. How many episodes do you have on here? You have hella episodes, actually. So, and you said you talk about what? Tell them what you talk about, because you go deeper into topics. You know, I talk about gossip and bullshit. But what do you talk about? I talk about spiritual topics. So I have a lot of esoteric knowledge. So I talk about that. I talk about spiritual topics. I talk about, meditation, intuition, building those abilities up. But overall, I talk about my experiences as well. That's the overarching theme. It's just my experiences and giving my point of view
to it, and I let you know to you don't have to agree with me. My thoughts, my opinions are just simply mine, and if you have your own, that's fine too. So,
period. So you post every Wednesday?
no, I that was the thing, but now I'm just doing it. I'm posting every week, so I'm doing multiple videos a week. But
Okay.
right now, I'm doing a 30-day
That's how I am
challenge.
too. So don't feel bad. That's how I am too. Okay. It'd be
Yeah.
when I get here, but I be here a lot because I love that you have a plethora. It's the consistency for me. It's the consistency for me.
Yeah, I have. I think I have 18 or 19 now.
Okay, that's beautiful. Now, Darius, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Leave us with one thought. Leave us with something that, for a viewer, something we've been going through it. I opened up a little bit on my channel. I'm gonna let you go soon. I opened up on my channel about like my mental health, about dealing with different people, different attitudes. Going to different seasons in life. It's hard to make adjustments and to stay healthy and to care about yourself and not care what people think, or to be happy for yourself when others may not. Can you give us a word about, just kind of living in the moment and, how do we get through these times? So just end us on a beautiful word if you can.
Yeah. So my story is a story of not knowing myself and being very unaware and not having a lot of self-confidence. I hated myself in every aspect. I hated my name, how I looked, how I walked, how I talked, mannerisms, whatever you can think of. There was no sense of self-worth. And through this journey of awakening, I guess I'll say, and I just end up realizing that my story is a beautiful story because I am meant to make it out of it. The things that I went through because I was meant to make it out of it and help those who need help, I guess. So if there's anything you can take from my story, is that all the healing that you need to do, you can do it on your own. You have therapists, and your therapists are there to guide you, to help you realize there was nothing wrong with you to begin with. And the path to self-healing is a long one, but it is very rewarding because in that you find your power. You find your self-worth. You find what you really like about yourself. And it starts with the simple things, just giving yourself a compliment in the morning time. Starting a new routine, doing things that make you feel good. You don't always have to, dwell on, traumatic things to heal yourself. You can also, bring more joy into your life by just doing things like that, doing things that you enjoy, bring out the kid in you again. So that's what I would say.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Now, you said that, but I want to pick your brain a little bit. Now, what was the timeline in this change? So people who do not know, I'm going to get a little bit deeper, Darius. I promise I'm going to let you go. I know you got work. You mind if I go on?
No, you're fine.
The adjustment of time for me, like, okay, we're going through COVID and, just kind of like adjusting of like, still pushing through and like moving forward, like doing things, getting things done is something that I struggle with very much so. Like I very much so struggle with, I said, again, living in the moment and kind of like getting back on the horse and getting started and like doing things. So like, what do you say for those people who have like a dream or wanting to start something? You started your podcast, I started YouTube. And I sat there and cried yesterday, like, no one gives a fuck. And I listened to your podcast and you're like, even if nobody gave a damn, still, you give a damn about yourself, basically. And I'm sitting here listening to your podcast, like, damn, like, I really agree with that. Like, I have to do better. So what do you say for a person who's like struggling to find their purpose and struggling to get something done, get a new job, want to start social media, podcasting, things of that nature, like, to come from such a place that you said you hated your name, it was a lot of things that, self-hatred, having to grow and to be able to put your voice out there. So what do you say for people who feel like you have an inner voice in there, but you're struggling with getting it out?
I would say if you want to put your voice out there and you want to start a platform or you want to put your voice out there, because when I think about a voice, I think about the energy aspect of it and that it is your imprint on this physical world. So it doesn't always have to be, speaking verbally. It could be through actions.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be art or starting a business.
Mm-hmm.
I would say see it as a seed. And for me, I'll use myself as an example. On my podcast, I see my podcast as a plant. And me planting the seed was me starting the podcast, was just me simply making it, putting together the icon and just starting it in general.
Mm-hmm.
Then you water your seed, and you water your seed. The seeds is basically you putting in action, basically. So me watering my seed was me uploading, but then you also have to allow
Taking
the
that
seed
step.
to grow.
I want to stop you there. So taking that step. That's the hardest part, though. Is
Mm-hmm.
I have the idea. I have everything I need. I have the video, but uploading. So how do you push yourself? You just do it? You just press it? Do you psych yourself
For
out?
me,
Yeah.
yeah, what I did when with my podcast, because it's very, it's very hard putting yourself out there and your own opinions out there. So what I did was don't think about it. Think about what you want to come out of this, and you just do it. Don't think about it. But if you're having even if you're even having a hard time with that, sit with yourself and really ask yourself, what are you afraid of? Why don't you want to upload? And then you will realize that it really is just fear. It's just you're afraid. But everybody that is successful has always said that fear will always be there regardless when you succeed, because there's always new stages to grow from. So
it's the next
yeah,
step. I heard
yeah.
about when you get more money, it's like, what am I going to do next? This is not feeding me. You get to that
Mm-hmm.
40,000, what I'm going to do. You get to that 70,000, I'm good. You start making
Mm-hmm.
50,000, what's up? You get to 200,000, I'm good. You get to 500,000, wow. You make $1 million. When people start, I was talking about that in like a business sense from like a podcast I was watching, but it's interesting that people say that it's still like you always want more. It's still the feeling of wanting to get more, or to wanting to be able to feel better and and have inner peace with yourself. Last thing I want to ask you about before we get off, because you guys make sure you guys are following Darius, and make sure you guys check out his podcast. His link is in all of his bios as well as in the description. How do you deal with finding inner peace with being alone? I find a lot of the time I spend a lot of time by myself, not necessarily that you don't have friends or family or relationships, but how do you deal with loneliness and finding comfort in being alone? And, the in between times, you don't have that many people around, or, how people around you will be busy, just how do you deal with being alone? And is there strength you feel within being alone and finding loneliness?
Shit, let me know when you found the answer. That's one thing that I found, that I've just realized I am a pretty lonely person. But I think what gets me through is self-love. I think self-love is the key for loneliness, because you can't really be lonely when you love yourself so much that you just realize, damn, you love yourself so much that it's like, I really am the shit. You feel good in your skin.
Let me have fun with myself.
Yeah, exactly. Do things for yourself. Self-love isn't always, going out and, treating yourself, but it's also checking in with yourself. What do I need? Okay, I need some water today. I need to drink more water. Did I drink enough water yesterday? I don't think so. What did I eat? Did I eat healthier? That's self-love. It's really taking care of yourself, and it's taking time to, really find, what's beautiful about yourself. And that's the fun part about it. You experiment. That's the fun part, is that you do things you love. You do the things that you love. That's what's overarching the energy behind what we get, is that it's always, you can't, you have to go to school, you have to, find a job, but there's never any room for you to do what you love, and that's what's missing.
That self-exploration of yourself, exploring, what do I bring to the table? What am I able to do? And what am I able to, I kind of said it backwards, but it's really, it is like, I feel like you have to like explore and understand yourself, but I feel like that's like always such a cliche, kind of thing to say or to do.
Yeah, but it's honestly really true. It's really, really true.
But it's more prevalent than ever. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's honestly really true, because that's the thing too. Like, cause like some things that really just sound like cliche. Like, one of the biggest thing is, it takes practice, and that's one of the biggest things people tell you all the time. Well, I want to get good at this. I want to do, this or that. You can't be good at it. Just out the bat, out of nowhere. There's always room for growth. So yeah, I think it's just Oh, something happened?
No, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Um, but yeah, I think that's just the thing. It does sound cliche, but really, when you really start doing it, the energy just feels a lot different. And it goes from being a cliche to a truth.
A cliche to a truth, living in it. And I will always make a comment like, this may sound very cliche, or I know this may not be, what the answer people are looking for, but the check on the strong friend, or the other little bullshit that people may say. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, you are the only person that can really take care of yourself and look out for yourself. And sometimes you just have to learn how to say no. Sometimes it's hard to like say no, or like I can't do this, or I'm at the wit's end. But when I got diagnosed with like such horrible anxiety, it was very hard for me to be able to be like, all right, I'm able to get through this. I'm able to, I'm able to understand. But also it's very difficult because a lot of people aren't able to afford therapy, or aren't able to have those advantages, or people don't want to go. So it was hard for me at like a time, like especially when I was in school and in college, to like find different ways to kind of get myself together. Like when I would get angry, I'd have to count down from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or say my name, and I'm like, this is not working. Like meditation is not working. But I found like ways in meditations to help myself to, kind of calm down and, kind of be able to like relax. Hi, Christopher Bryant. How you doing? You caught us towards the end, Chris. But do you have any like meditations? I know you did a podcast on meditations as well. Make sure you guys follow Darius on his IG and The Mind of Me. I want to make sure Darius gets him some subscribers on there as well. And I'm going to pull up your podcast here for people to see and share the screen. But anything about meditation?
Meditation, I think the biggest thing I can tell you about meditation is that you don't have to do it. You don't have to be doing it, an hour a day, 30 minutes a day. Start small. You can do 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes, do it when you get up. Instead of looking at your phone, do it when you get up. You're already laying down. It's nice and grounding, so you can start your day. And have fun with it, with meditation. Meditation is definitely a really strong component in just everyday life. There's so many just scientific benefits with it as well, as far as like, your headspace is a lot clearer. You have more control of your mental space, which I think a lot of people don't have control over. Well, I won't say control over, but a lot of people's mental headspaces is just all over the place. It's always this way, yap, 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 yap. And meditation helps calm that. And it's very, very beneficial. And I would say if you want to get into meditation and get the full benefits of it as well, I would definitely look into learning about chakras too, and balancing those. And just know that there's always guided meditations too. You don't have to do it by yourself. We're in an age of information. You can find it everywhere. So
yeah. And Miss Taylor from school, she said, thank you so much, because I was definitely curious about where to check out your podcast. So yes, make sure you guys are checking out How to Meditate in the Mind of Me. Darius, I'm going to go ahead and just play mid clip. I know you have stuff to do. I have things to do, you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and just hang on for a little bit. And I'm going to just play a little bit of your podcast to show you some love, because Darius, you have been so helpful today. And I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you talking about some lesser, deeper things with me, but still giving your 2 cents here. So I want to make sure people.
Yeah. And I just really want to thank you for bringing me on here as well. I see you doing your grind. Keep going. You're going to get there.
A grind.
Perseverance. Keep going. The universe got your back.
Yes, amen to that. Thank you for sharing your beauty. Thank you, MGN. All right, Darius. So we're going to go ahead and bid Darius a good night. Tell him thank you. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and play a teensy bit of his How to Meditate, and we'll get out of here. Have a good night, Darius. We appreciate you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all. All right. So let's listen to a little bit of this, y'all.
You want to lay back, relax. Talking about. Let me explain. First, it's free. There are creation tools in the us with no minimum list, talking about mindful meditation. Now, I just woke up. Yeah, still have a little bit of sleepiness in my voice. Feeling a little bit crusty, but did a little bit of stretching and feeling good. Wanted to get a podcast out early before I start my day. Well, yes, I'm kind of starting a little bit late. It is like 1 o'clock. Safer place where I could actually do this. I would walk out time at nighttime. Sometimes I'll be with friends, other times I won't be. But I'll go outside and I'll walk out under the night sky with the moon above me and just appreciate.
Thank you, Christopher. Have a good night, love.
Outside, the peacefulness, the calm that the night brings.
This will be
Not
uploaded.
many people around. People aren't everywhere. And you just got the nice full moon above you, if the moon is out at all. The nice full moon above you. And, it's just, I don't know, it's a very relaxing and peaceful thing to me. So, anyway. Today's topic, I'll be talking about meditation. I want to give you guys some steps, some things you can do. What can you do? How do you meditate? What can you do when you meditate? Meditation is very fun, guys. It's really, really fun, actually. But you wouldn't know that unless you tried, my guy.
For those who do not know,
what is it called?
For those who do not know, we're listening to a little bit of Darius's podcast before we get out here of how to meditate. Make sure you check him out on Spotify, In the Mind of Me. Link is in the bio, and follow him as well. Show some love to my special guest. I appreciate him so much today.
I guess you don't have to do it so so long. Pick a time. Do it 5-10 minutes. You don't have to do it all the time, but I feel like meditation is definitely an essential part of life.
Started.
I'll tell you why.
Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate
Meditation,
that.
what it does, it helps clears the noise in your head. That voice that's telling you ain't shit. That voice in your head that's telling you, that's being overly critical of everything that you do. Those are subconscious feelings. Those are subconscious, ideas or limiting beliefs or thoughts from other people that you have taken on. You have taken on to yourself, for yourself, from other people or limiting beliefs, like I said. And thoughts are not a reflection of you and what you believe. Thoughts are just thoughts. You are not your thoughts, but you are responsible for them because they do program you subconsciously. If someone has a thought that constantly tells them in their head where, maybe, someone who was a kid, maybe they had a toxic or an abusive parent that was emotionally abusive, and they were told like, hey, why do you eat so much? Why do you eat like that? So now they're self-conscious about eating, or everyone responds and reacts in a different way. So maybe that makes people eat. Maybe that makes you eat more. Maybe that makes you eat less. Different things. It's a multitude of things. It's always, it's not always just a one way. There's always multiple reasons for things. It could be, maybe, you're seeing something on TV.
When I tell you guys, I start my day with manifestation meditations, and it's a couple people here, so I'll open up. I manifested this promotion that I got. So when I got this item for my promo that has been going out now, I manifested this. When my mother got this for me, I said, I want to be a partnership. I want to be a partner. I want to work with them. I want to be a part of what they're doing. I want to be a part of them. And then it happened months later. Not a lot of subscribers, not millions of followers, just a voice in myself, and it happened. And I went to bed. I couldn't sleep. I literally, my mental space is always so fucked up that I cannot stop thinking. I don't drink coffee, you guys, because I get the jitters because of my anxiety. And I just be up. My mind does not stop. I relax. I maybe have a smoke or something and chill out. But for the most part, I just be up functioning off of my anxiety. So meditation It was the only thing that helped, but not meditation where I'm just listening to music. Meditation, they have online manifestation meditations where they have manifestations and they talk to you about manifesting while you're going to sleep. So you hear someone else's voice. They have manifestations and meditations for overthinking. So someone else is telling you, guided meditations is what works for me. So I'm going to continue on. Make sure you guys follow Darius. He helped so much with this podcast today. Ask a Black Girl. Make sure you guys hit a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you guys are following him on Instagram and finding him on how to meditate. Okay, let's continue listening. We'll get out of here.
TV, you're looking at social media, and you're comparing yourself to what you see.
I do it all the time.
On TV, now you're self-conscious, and now these thoughts are, have formed in your head because you have subconscious beliefs about yourself that is not true. So now those thoughts are playing in your head, and because they're always telling you that, you always have that voice that's telling you that you're not enough, that you're not good enough, or you don't look good, that you're ugly. Now you believe it because this is constantly being told to you in your head. And when this is replaying over and over and over again in your head, it is programming you. So meditation is very, very, very important. And I think everyone should do this, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. Everyone should take a minute, get in tune with themselves, unplug from social media, unplug from the TVs, unplug from the outside world, the chaos, the negativity. Unplug from that shit and fix the chaos and negativity inside of yourself, because that is how you have a better life. That is how you're able to move through the world without so much weight. And a lot of times, I can tell this with myself, how you move throughout the world and how you perceive the world has a lot to do with the voice that's in your head, with the noise that's going on in your head. And when you are at peace within, you learn to be at peace with the outside world as well. So, now how do you meditate? Well, there are multiple ways you can do it. But I will tell you the most beneficial thing that you can do if you want to clear the noise in your head.
Yes, Candace.
And this is going to take practice. Is mindful meditation.
Mindful. Make sure you guys follow Darius.
Is when you are laying there, you're in tune with yourself, and you are allowing your thoughts to come and flow, and you are not judging them at all. Don't judge your thoughts. You don't want to put that type of energy behind them. If you notice, if you ever try to stop thinking about something or put any type of aggressive thing about, not thinking about something, it comes back even more aggressive. Your mind is like water. You can't stop the water from flowing by splashing at it, by throwing shit at it. You have to just look at it. Just look at it. Look at it and just let it be, and it will fizzle out, it will stop. Now, this does take practice because a lot of us are so used to judging the thoughts that comes, myself included. At least not anymore, though. But a lot of us are used to judging the thoughts that come in our head, and what you should do is not judge them, because you are not your thoughts. And in fact, I would say about 95% of the thoughts in your head are not from you, but they are a result of the outside world or what people have told you, and the perceptions that you have picked up from how...
The perceptions. Let me tell you how much fucking time I sit up at motherfucking night not being able to fucking sleep because of other motherfuckers. I didn't mean to swear so much. I'm not monetized yet. It doesn't matter. When are we going to stop? When are we going to fucking stop worrying about other people? I don't sit out worrying about my damn self half the time. I don't have shit going on. It's other people's shit that they put into my fucking life bothering me. Drop a comment if y'all understand what the hell I'm saying, because Darius is preaching today.
How society has negatively impacted people's mindset. You want to lay back, relax, and just let your mind go. Let your mind flow and observe. what thoughts come to your head. Don't put any judgment behind them and just say, oh, that's a thought. No matter how outrageous or how crazy or how demented your thoughts are or what it is, just be sure to not judge them and just observe. Let them, you want to observe, because observe and it's kind of in a way of letting them go. You're letting your thoughts go. That's what that's pretty much what you're doing. That's what I would say you're doing. You're letting your thoughts go. You're just, you're letting a thought come up and you're saying, oh, okay, that's a thought. And you're not putting any judgment behind them.
So what he said is, that's a thought. So that's something that my therapist felt me, auntie, I feel you, girl. That's something that was like interesting and brought to me, but my therapist is like, that's a thought. So I'm laying in the bed and they're like, China, you got a couple bills due tomorrow. This week's going to be a little tight. And I'm keep thinking about it. I'm just like, oh my God, it's happening. I know it's going to happen. It's happening. I know it's going to happen. And then I'm like, that's a thought. I know. Deal with it tomorrow. My mom be like, okay, I got you. And I'm like, wow. So if you like acknowledge the thoughts as they come, that's a thought. Okay. Even if you got 25 thoughts, by the time you use 1 minute each to get those 25 thoughts out, that's better than you sitting up for 2.5 hours. Let me tell you. Whew.
Emotions is energy. And when you put any type of emotion behind something, you're feeding energy to it, especially your thoughts. That is why it's important to not put any energy, any emotion, any judgment into the thoughts, and just allow them to come and just recognize and realize that you are not your thoughts. And you will realize this when you do this. Because the craziest things happen. Once you get really good at this and you allow your thoughts to just flow and observe them, it's almost like you're watching a movie. It's almost like you're outside of yourself and you're just watching, you're observing. Now, some people may not know. They know, well, how do I observe my thoughts without judging? Well, it does take practice. It does take practice. And you can do this to your day-to-day life, Whenever, something, whenever, a thought comes, that's just very triggering or doesn't serve you in any positive way, just take a minute and breathe in and recenter yourself and say, okay, don't put any judgment behind it. Just breathe and bring yourself back to center. And what that is doing, it is helping you detach yourself from your thoughts. Now, I still have to now bring all of my awareness out of my head and into my body. Because once you do this work and you become a lot more mindful, now you have to pull yourself out of your head, because then you notice that you're a lot more in your head now, because you're observing your head, which is why I say yoga is the way to go.
I love yoga.
Because yoga allows you to bring together mind, body, and spirit.
I'm gonna comment on this. In acting school, we heavily did yoga when I was in college. Like, we heavily did a lot of yoga. And it helps your muscles. You do a lot of downward dogs and shit, but that shit really like gets you really into your body and breathing. And like, fastest way to like get in shape is really using yoga. And a lot of people don't know that, but you're doing a lot of breathing. So it's helping your mental space as well as getting a good workout. You get strong, a lot of strength. It goes fast. You learn what you're doing. So it's not all slow, and they make you do it over and over again really fast. So it's like, once you get into intermediate advanced yoga, like I am doing with my mirror, shout out to the mirror, check me out. That shit is very, very, very helpful. So make sure you guys check out Darius on Into the Mind of Me. It is in the description. I wanted to say that I appreciate Darius being here so, so much. And I want to make sure that everyone shows him some love. You guys, I'm on my way to 900 subscribers, which is absolutely, positively crazy. Make sure you like me on Facebook. My new Facebook page is up at Welcome to China's Facebook page. So make sure you guys give that a thumbs up. And I am so, so, so happy to have everyone here. And I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, share with a friend, show me some love. I sometimes always wondered how helpful that would be for me. You got to try it, Nicole. It works. Miss Tyler Nicole, it works, okay? Hit that subscribe button. I love you guys. I hope everyone has an amazing, amazing, amazing night. and I will see you guys later. We made it to an hour, 30 minutes, my longest live stream. Woo! I cannot believe it. This is so exciting. Wow, you guys, this is dope. I love everybody. Thank you so much for showing up. I am going to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My longest live stream ever. An hour and 30 minutes, and we spent the last 15 talking about mental health. Thank you, girl. See you guys later. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.